First and foremost, we want to be clear that what we are sharing with you are strategies and concepts that can be implemented by individuals who understand the logistics of how these techniques work. We are not giving you specific tax or financial advice. We are simply giving you 3 key elements of how to approach such platforms as far as the literal, the mental, and spiritual format needed to be successful with your aspirations.
What's up, world? You tuned in to FBN. This is another episode of Finance Bros Network. I am the one half of finance, Anton Leftwich.
And this is Michael Dopo, the other half.
The other half.
With Finance for the Unknown. We are honored to be here with you, our present and future wealthians. As usual, welcome.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Mike, man, we got some heat for our people today.
Got some knowledge.
Yeah, we definitely got some heat for our. Hey, look, Mike is fit to drop some real serious gems on y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna be a supporting cast. I'm gonna definitely add some golden nuggets of my own. But Mike's been breaking down some stuff to me about this topic for a minute, so I'm really excited that he's gonna dive deeper into it, give y'all, of course, what we do with the fundamentals and stuff. We'll break that down a little bit, but we're excited about this, Mike. I'm excited for us to bring this.
Yeah, you know how I do it. Yeah. I gotta bring our UPI, our wealthians, to get to be wealthy, to have that privileged status. So I'm thinking this particular episode is gonna either broaden your horizons if you didn't know, and if you did know, maybe it'll encourage you to move forward in this part of the finance world.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. And look, I'm got to drop them with the title, right?
There you go.
So look, make sure y'all remember this. We're gonna be streaming on the video, but we're also going to bring the same content to our podcast. Remember, whatever you're hearing on the podcast here at HHN TV, you're going to be hearing on the podcast as well. And you already know where you can find us, anywhere you find podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. So make sure you write that down whenever we drop. Usually we drop on Wednesdays.
Yeah, right? We drop on Wednesdays, but remember the podcast is 5 days later. It's a contractual thing. So so the podcast, if you want it right away, usually on Wednesday we drop. So so check it. Just sporadically check it, or set yourself up on DMs and stuff like that when we post. Because what we do is we post our social media stuff that we're going to drop.
Right.
So if you
you'll
subscribe,
get a little snippet of it.
Yeah. And if you subscribe to our social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, it'll hit your For You page, and then you'll know, they're about to drop an episode. So we try to put our social media stuff for the episode like a few days before, so that way to go to HHN TV, and it's usually on a Wednesday we drop that episode.
Yeah, there you go. So y'all know how to follow us, okay?
Right.
So check this out. The episode today is ready or not, here it comes. Digital currency.
Digital currency. Ready or not, here it comes. And we got to throw the hip hop into it. Everybody should know. If y'all constituents,
they don't know even. If
you don't know this, you is not into hip hop. All right. And for those who don't know, ready or not, here it come. Fuji's White Club Job.
Here it comes. You can't hide.
That's right. There you go. You hear the song in the background? You hear it?
I really love how we've been meshing hip hop with finance. I love it because it's catchy.
Yeah.
It's something we can definitely relate to. Kind of sets the mood.
Right.
So I love that, man. That's one of my all-time favorites.
Of course. And it makes it fun. It makes it fun, bro, because just talking about finance like I've always advocated that, nothing against them, but I'm not the big Caucasian fat guy standing here. This is 1 + 1, 2 + 2. You must minus this.
Over here in sector 4.
Over here, the calculation, you calculate this. Like, you won't watch me, right? You definitely wouldn't watch me. Like, oh, damn, here you go. Can we get to the nitty gritty? I don't even understand what he was saying. Yeah. So that's why we bring you this show, the Finance Bros Network show, in a capacity that you enjoy, that you understand, and that you can take and run with it, because we're speaking your language. We're speaking your ideals on how to make things work. And I hope everyone out there, all the wealthians out there, is embracing it, and then just taking these nuggets that we give you to kind of make a decision on how you're going to maneuver with your finance. Because we look out for you, and we take real scenarios. We ain't talking about, if you make $300,000, you make $500,000 a year. Yeah, we know that ain't gonna happen. That's a person who, unfortunately, if they don't know how to budget, it don't mean nothing. But if they're budgeting, they're living their life, they're living a pretty decent life.
And look, we all gotta start somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure we can take everybody from any area that they might be at that time in their journey, and hopefully get them to the way they want to go.
So. Right. So let's get into it. Our last episode, we spoke about the way you move. Like, I like the way you move. So we talked about the way, and if you didn't see it, can you go back and watch it? Can you watch it? Can you finish watching this one, please?
Everything kind of rolls into each other. So when you miss one, you kind of miss the building blocks to build off of to get the next one. So make sure y'all go back and keep up.
Right. So in the last episode, we'll do a little quick recap with it, but one of the things I wanted to emphasize is savings, and this is where the digital currency comes in. And Anton, why don't you just remind them what was the 3 most important things on that last episode?
Yeah, and I'm gonna just go straight. I'm gonna go straight from the phone, okay? Because I don't want to miss none of these very critical details. All right. So we did give our audience 3 basically key core concepts. All right. So we talked about survival, which is typically 70%. You got your rent, your food, got to pay your bills, specifically utility bills, stuff like that. Right.
Right.
And then you have growth. All right. Growth has to do with, your debt management, paying off credit cards, getting to a place where you can start to leverage, because we do have to have a nice solid foundation in order to leverage, which, we know the wealthy do all the time, right?
Which includes savings.
Absolutely. All right. And then everybody got a dream, okay?
Right.
We talk about paying ourselves 10%, and if we could pay ourselves that 10% first, most certainly do that. And if you're spiritual, and us Christians out there who want to give 10% to the church or whatever, however we tithe, you can do that too. You could tithe with your time, you could tithe with your money, you can tithe however you feel like you want to do that. But also remember to pay yourself. All right. And typically rule of thumb would be 10%.
Right.
All right. So just remember that. Have that, because if we can't make space for ourselves,
right,
how are we supposed to make space for the other people that we want to help?
That's right.
Whether that's family or a spouse or whatever that person might be, our kids, whatever. Right. So remember, set that time aside, because when we pour into us and pour into us first, then we have something to give to other people.
Right.
But even if okay, say you look Anton, Mike, I ain't even got 10%. Okay, then we'll start 10% of your time then. Start taking the first 10% of your day and start reading a book.
Right.
Do something. Yeah. Educate yourself then. All right. Because I don't care how broke you are, you can always take 10 minutes of your time, or an hour of your time, or the first 10 minutes of your day, or the first half hour of your day, get up 30 minutes earlier, sacrifice sleep, and get started on putting something into ourselves.
There you go.
All right,
there you go.
Yeah.
And that's the Total Recall. Remember the movie? But Anton, thank you for the recap. But basically, what I want to focus on is the dream aspect. And I say dream, and when we spoke about it on our last episode, dream meeting, finding opportunities, finding something that you can invest in, or doing something like that. So we want to focus that little bit of money. And with digital currency, you can do that. You can figure out how you're going to invest or find an opportunity in it. And that's what we want to talk about today, because I understand with the, being in the UPI status, things are not easy, and, you got to get ready for what's coming. Because digital currency, real talk, ladies and gentlemen, when you start to dive in to what is digital currency, it's going to blow your mind. And here's the thing. A lot of people, the way our system is set up, it is set up that we don't know anything about it. The UPI industry, the UPI community, until it's too late for you to benefit from it. And that's why I'm here today, because I've been reading on it, and this is my passion. I love going to anything finance. I want to know how it works, because you know what? There's a billionaire there. There's a billionaire there. And it's like, yeah, I did it with crypto. Okay. All right. Let me find out how you did it with crypto, because...
And they ain't really telling you how.
Exactly. They're not telling you how. Yeah. And that's what we want to do here at FBN. We want to make sure that we tell you how. What you usually say, Anton?
So we always provide fundamentals to create curiosity, to then motivate others to go out, do their own due diligence, so you can figure out what's the best fit for you. And why does that matter, Mike? Okay? Because if we tell you what your dream is, or if we tell you what to think, or if we tell you what to do, it doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
All right? I've always, we've always lived by this creed. Go out and get what we got to get, so we can develop our own belief. And when we go out and get that belief for ourselves, no one ever has to hand us our belief ever again. And that's a power position. Right?
Right.
Who wants to live off someone else's belief every day? And how often does that work? Come on, man.
It doesn't.
And people can tell, by the way, when you don't have it for yourself.
Right.
So yeah, that's what's up.
So
provide fundamentals, create curiosity, give people the motivation to go out and do their own due diligence, so they can have their belief, so they can have that belief for themselves.
So we're here giving you guys that. And that's what I want to give you. So if you never heard about digital currency, or you heard it in passing, you say, what is that? Oh, that stuff doesn't mean nothing. Oh, it doesn't affect me. So just FYI, it's creating trillions and trillions of dollars a day. And you may not care about finance, look at finance, but you need to look at this.
Hey,
I am telling you, you need to go look at this.
Enough is happening where we should at least start to pay attention.
Exactly.
At least.
Right. So
right.
Our UPI community in our wealthians should know that this is an evolution. How we exchange one thing for another. So I'm going to show you, and I'm going to give you the rundown on how this works, because this is an evolution on how currency, or how we get things, how we've evolved to this. And with me explaining this to you, I hope it gives you that encouragement to go find out about digital currency, because it's going to affect you just like this. So let me start it this way. Do you guys remember the barter system? No, you don't. Because you were too damn old. We all were too damn old for the barter system. The barter system actually ended in 1993. You know why it ended in 1993? Because our society decided to create a fiat. You're like, what the world? What is fiat?
What is a gigawatt?
What the what?
What is a fiat?
Guess what? It means cash. Fiat means money. It means tangible money. So what our government decided to do, instead of bartering back and forth, hey, Johnny, you cook all these corn, or you grew all these corns, I'll trade you the potatoes for the corn. I'll trade you, you make these clothes, I'll trade you the corns for the clothes. It's like, the government's like, how are we going to make money on this? If everybody's just trading, how do we make money on it?
Yeah.
Well, how about we create a piece of paper or coins and say, if you go to the farmer is going to put a price on this, and you give him the coin, and vice versa. If he wants to buy your clothes and you're a tailor, he's going to buy your clothes with these papers with numbers on it. And everybody was like, oh, the government said, and then guess what? We can tax them when they do that. So if you're collecting a certain amount of money to help the government grow, we'll tax those paper money.
I need some of that.
Yep. And that started in 1993 when our founding fathers said, you know what? We need to do this, but we can't just aimlessly put numbers on papers and say that's the way. Like we will lose our value. So
what year was that?
1993.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. My bad. You're right. I kept saying 1993. People are like, for real? No, my bad. Retraction. 1933. 1933. Okay. 1933. Gotcha. You see, good catch, Anton. Good catch on that.
I'm listening.
1933. That's when they introduced the fiat system, aka money, backed by gold. So what happened during those years, they were finding gold, and they found it's hard to find this piece of metal. And they said, well, let's stack up this metal and we'll create the equivalent on money that we distribute to people, that this is the value of it and this is the money that corresponds with it, which is fair. Now you got something tangible. And at one point, people were able to trade gold for fiat. We're able to trade gold for cash. You know, we're in California, so the gold rush. That's what people were doing, going to sifting dirt and through the waters and rivers, finding gold nuggets and chips.
One of my favorite shows, by the way. I love that show. It's a good show.
And bringing it to a pawn shop. And then the pawn shop would give them cash, or bringing it to the bank would give them cash. Now imagine all that gold was collected. So now they're saying, okay, cash for gold, cash for gold, cash for gold. And then now if you want to trade somebody else, you give me $1, I give you a quarterback, your stuff was 75 cents, you did it. Okay, now we got a system.
There go the money system.
There goes the money system. And then the government said, well, if you buy this, you got to pay taxes on that. You got to pay taxes on that. Now, because now they're collecting money. That's
now, guess what? Money is moving.
Money is moving.
How about that?
You see that? See that evolution? How it's evolving?
Yeah.
And then at one point, they said, you know what? This fiat money, is moving and everything like that. But hold on. Before we do that, before we stop the gold backing, let's add another type of currency, so to speak. It's about 20 years later. Around 1950, they introduced credit cards.
Wow.
It's like,
wow.
Okay, the bank said, I will give you this amount of credit. You can go pick up the coin, pay the credit, but you got to pay me back with interest. See? Now, these days, there are some places that will not accept cash.
Credit cards only.
It's credit card only. And every one of you guys has experienced that. You go there and believe it, especially in the underprivileged income community, there are some shops for protection. I know I'm out here in Northern California where in Oakland, everybody might know Oakland, like Brooklyn. Oakland is a very popular.
We don't take no cash.
I go to that Kentucky. I was like, oh, here's my money. Nah, we don't take cash here. Why? Nah, it's only credit. It's too dangerous. Nobody can stick me up for swiping the card.
That's real.
So in some of the underprivileged neighborhoods, they're doing that for safety, but some other areas are doing it because it's more convenient.
Yeah,
and it's less costly because these days it costs money to move around, to move money around. I.e., if you go to a place, you're giving them cash, they got to pay for a security service to pick it up. That's costing them money. They got to pay for people to count the money. That's costing them money. So if they just use card, all of that is eliminated.
Yep.
And now they could create revenue where the net is subtracted by that operation of having to deal with money. Nobody has to go to the bank. Nobody has to count any money. All they do is look up, all the credit card payments are in, boom. And it to be honest, it's also easier accounting too. So if I only accept credit card, it's easy accounting. Okay, so that was in the 1950s. But then something different happened. Now, the fiat system is like, man, we don't have enough money. Because we have this much money that's backed by this much, and it's kind of tapped out. It reached its capacity. It's like, we need to figure out how to make our money stretch. And that's when assets became a backing for our fiat, for our cash. And you're like, Mike, what does that mean? When you buy a house, it's an asset, right? And when that asset grows, your money grows.
You have equity in it, yeah.
Oh, God loves America. And everybody follows suit. So, and believe it or not, you see, now I'm going to tell my age. This happened in 1971. Can you believe that? When I was born. They said, hey, Mike, you're born? Guess what? We're cutting to go. Now everything for you, every money that you have is going to be asset backing. It's going to be backed by assets. So your car. So that's how we put prices on stuff. So things that are assets, which mean AKA a house where there's value in it, you can trade that for the fiat. And that's how asset backing stuff starting to grow. You have a business as an asset. You have, you have a business as an asset. You have a home as an asset. And, there are other things that could be considered asset. You could invest in other businesses or in stock. That's considered an asset. You have other things that can be considered an asset that you put your fiat in. And now you have that asset. Whenever somebody wants to purchase it, they have to give you the value of it, and you get that fiat back for it or money back for it. All right? And now I hope I didn't lose them.
No. Hey, and I really hope everybody, well, you got to get a pen or pencil or a pen or a big whiteboard or whatever and write stuff down. Do that, because understanding these are very core fundamentals, and understanding history and how it repeats itself can be very critical, all right, and educational.
So now, 1971, and then boom, what came next? The internet. You're like, all right, Mike, how the internet has anything to do with currency? I'm coming to you. So the internet started. So now you could see stuff on the internet. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that is like, how do I buy it? You in Kansas, I'm in Detroit. I like that. I want that. What, I'm going to wire the money to you? Maybe that's what started happening. It's like, hey, I saw your thing on the internet. How do I get that? All right, I wire you the money, and that's called the SWIFT system. And we'll talk about that later. That's another thing about finance we ain't going to get into. But just know the system that we use now to transfer money from one area all over the world to another area in the world is called SWIFT. It's a system that says, I'm going to take the money, and then I'm going to call. We're going to verify that the money was taken, and then we're going to verify, okay, the other area of the world has that money. Okay, yeah, I have that money. Who's the one that's picking it up? This person picking it up. Okay, yeah, that's the person they said on the paperwork that's going to pick up the money. Okay, yeah, we're going to give him that money. That process takes 2 to 3 hours to 3 days. Yeah, that's how that works. And that's coming soon to change, especially with what we're about to talk about. So then somebody's like, nah, we got to do something different. And believe it or not, based on research, I didn't even know this was a company, but there was a company called DigiCash that started that with the internet. But it didn't pan out. So guess who? You wouldn't believe this, and everybody know this person. The richest man in the world started a pay through digital. PayPal.
I knew that was coming.
Anybody knows about PayPal? And who's the richest man in the world? Elon Musk.
I didn't have to read the notes to know that was coming.
Him and another guy named Perry T something. But they both started PayPal. Now, here's how PayPal works. PayPal, you put money into it, and then now you have an account. Now, in that account, the person say, hey, I want to buy this. And then it's like, all right, you have this much in the account. I'm going to transfer that. You open up a PayPal account, and I'll transfer that amount to your PayPal account, and then you could transfer back to another PayPal account, and then you could transfer the PayPal. It's a credit, and then they would put that money in your account. Cool. That makes sense to me. So now I don't have to go and use SWIFT or the wiring system to wire money to anywhere in the country. It's on the internet. I pull up the processing with PayPal, and it says it's going to cost $50, and it credit that account with the $50. And now if you want to take out the money, PayPal will then take that money out and put it into your bank account, which creates a fee. So this is kind of the beginning of digital currency, because this is happening digitally. So PayPal actually came up in 1998, and it was a staple.
What is money doing this whole time?
Circulating.
It's moving.
Circling. I like the way you move.
And we said a long time ago, money is not making money unless it's moving.
So that's right. But now we get into the nitty gritty. I hope I didn't lose you guys. So now we're at 1998. Now we go into digital currency. Bitcoin. Now, if you don't know what Bitcoin is, you're not on this planet. But guess when Bitcoin started? Now, most of you who are listening to me, it started when you were around, you were born, you were aware, you knew something.
By the way, how much could you buy Bitcoin for when it first came out?
About a penny.
Wow.
You know how much? You know what was the peak of Bitcoin?
What's that?
For one
coin, how much?
One coin.
How much?
$150,000 of fiat.
That's a lot of dollars.
That's a lot of dollars.
For one coin?
For one coin.
Are you sure it's one?
One coin.
It wasn't two or three?
Nope. One coin.
Dang.
It started in 2009, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Wealthians. Bitcoin started in 2009.
So you mean to tell me if I had invested $1 in 2009 in Bitcoin, that at its peak, my investment would have been worth $15 million?
$15 million today.
I did the math twice, so I know that's right.
And how long ago was that? Let's see. Where are we? 2025?
15 years.
2009, 2010?
So call it 16 years.
What you were doing 16 years ago, bro?
Man, bro.
You were working somewhere, collecting a paycheck, weren't you?
For real, bro.
Weren't you? That's what you were doing too, right? You looking at me, you like...
I tell you what else I know I had. I know I had $100. I know I had. I know for a fact.
Look, it wasn't $100. Remember, it was a penny.
I'm just saying.
So you had $1.
If you had $1, yeah.
At 2009, every one of you watching me had $1.
You're right.
And 15 years later, you would have been a multi-millionaire if you didn't touch.
I definitely had $1.
You had $1 in 2009.
Man, bro, if you just scrape together $1.
But here's
$1 in a dream. That's all you needed. Like literally $1 in a dream.
$1 in a dream. and it was created by this Japanese or Asian guy who still to this day remain unknown. Can you believe that? Because he created this digital currency that was foolproof. Till this day, nobody has cracked the code. He made it where the money or the currency, the digital currency, could get exchanged and nobody could come and claim it if you're not that person. It's foolproof, 100%. Till this day, not one person has able to crack that code. And you want to know why? Because the way he set it up with the computer, it's being verified by hundreds of people before it goes to you. That's how he set it up. Okay. So he said, okay, I'm putting $1 in Bitcoin. Okay, 100 computers is going to verify it, which is called the blockchain. And that's sort of a ledger. It's like everybody's writing out, did you see that $1? Yeah, check it off. Yeah, did you see that $1? Yeah, check it off. Yeah, did you see? 100 people are doing that.
Man, bro, I'm
all over the world through the internet.
Hey, whoever ain't getting this right now, this gonna be the blueprint. They're gonna go back and watch. They're gonna have to go back and watch this. However many times you gotta watch it.
Right. But why wouldn't some people jump onto this, Anton? And our system, especially for the UPI community, is set up that you should be scared of something like that. Matter of fact, they categorized it as illegal. They call it decentralized digital, where the currency that you're using, the fiat, the cash, is controlled. You can't go to a bank without taking $10,000 without filling out a form. What are you using for? What is going on? What's happening? You can't do certain things without letting the government know why you doing it. That's called centralized currency. They're able to know how the money is moving in and out. And that's why you have scenario where they have embezzlement, they have different type of things. People go to jail for this stuff. Counterfeit money, people go to jail for this stuff. Because it's centralized. The government knows where it's coming, where it's going, and who's doing it. Because why? They want to collect their money on it. You can't make the money without them collecting the money on it.
Yeah,
that's why nobody wanted to touch Bitcoin. Everybody said, but guess what? There are people out there that said, nah, bump that. I'm gonna buy some of this, and you mean I could trade it with my friend for this month? And then it just blew up. It just went crazy because the reason why they were able to jump into it with security is there was no way of cracking the code. If I say I'm sending it to XYZ and XYZ opens it up with their code, it's legit. So they said, I don't care if nobody else believes in it. People with money said, I don't care if nobody else believes. I'm going to do this. And which raised the currency. It raised it up. All of a sudden, it's now becoming an asset. So that one Bitcoin went from 1 penny to almost $150,000 a couple of days ago. Isn't that crazy?
Man, I could see the people with control and power kind of looking at this, be like, hey, this the dude, this would be a perfect quote from the dude from, if anybody seen Belly, when he was on the street and he saw the dudes making money, he says to eating the banana, he's like, I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I'm about to drop a dime on him. I don't like that.
I'm going to try to find that clip. Maybe I'll put it in this show.
We for real. Help me perfect. He's like, I don't like that.
We'll make a meme out of it for you guys.
For real, man.
Oh, man.
It's crazy. Wow. That's mind-blowing.
So now we're talking about 15, ladies and gentlemen. 15. If you have a 15-year-old, you're looking at them and then you're like, gosh, if I had put $1 into Bitcoin, where would I be right now?
Yeah, if you got a 15-year-old kid.
15-year-old. Okay. Man. And you're like, so we're giving you this information for you to understand. We're giving you the foundation. Nobody's telling you this, God forbid we big enough. The government.
I ain't never seen nobody break it down.
We see black SUVs out front. Be like, whoa. Maybe we shouldn't have been telling our UPI community this.
What did you do?
What did you do? Anyway. So now you're like, that sounds great, Mike. It's all good. What you're saying, I get it. It makes sense. I see how the evolution of money from bartering system now to digital currency with Bitcoin being high and all these other currencies now, because they took the template from Bitcoin and they started creating other currencies that are backed by asset. Believe it or not, Bitcoin is not even backed by an asset.
Wow.
Now imagine I created a digital coin that's backed by an asset.
Give it to him, bro.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me this digital coin that you have is backed by this? Yeah. It's backed by this business? Yeah. And as the business grows, the digital currency gets more and more. It becomes more valuable.
Man.
So if you, let's say, and we're going to put it out there, we might make it happen. Let's say FBN creates a digital currency. Or a coin or a meme. And for what we're doing, let's say we start going around the country, we start getting booked by different people. Everybody wants. What?
Brocoin. Build Rise Own.
Build Rise Own coin. Brocoin. It might be taken, but we can try.
Oh, man. I like that.
But we could create our coin, and then our constituents out here, I keep saying constituent, but our UPI status people out here say, yo, I really love what Finance Bro Network is doing. Let's invest in it. I'm going to buy their token because that helps us. Because we can convert that to fiat cash.
And the people decide what it's worth.
Right. There's no government regulation.
Man.
The government can't tell you what you can do. Now, if you need to go buy stock, and that might be I might make that the next episode. But if you go buy stock, the government is regulating. How much stock did you buy? How much money did you make? When did you take out the money? With currency, there's no regulation. Nobody's telling you nothing.
Wow. So
nothing.
Once again, the people are deciding what things are worth based on what they're willing to pay for these.
Exactly.
Right?
So the power,
they definitely not gonna like that.
The power is brought back to the people, and that's why you hear, digital. When Bitcoin came out, it's a scam, it's a fraud. They taking your money, they're doing. But there's not one evidence that this process of making money showed that somebody was able to get ripped off. Now, I'm gonna go a little bit off. Some people put there's a couple of things, and we'll go into that. There's a cold wallet, there's a warm wallet and a cold wallet. Well, I call it warm wallet, but there's a platform when you put your Bitcoin when you trade it for fiat, or there's something, a card or a hard drive you could put it in, and then it saves the information that you are the solidified owner, and you can't lose that card. You lose that card, you lose millions of dollars. I mean, I heard stories.
Yeah, I think I heard one or two.
I heard a story. They had, some people was trying to be so secure, they bought a card that they got to remember a sequence of codes. They done forgot the code. They bought 10 Bitcoin and forgot the code.
Wow.
And they were literally paying people millions of dollars to try to figure out what that code is.
Man.
But they forgot the code.
How do you forget your code?
So,
man,
they forgot the code. So now they're trying to figure out, how do we make this work? But that's the security of digital currency. Okay? So now, all right.
Hey, and look, man, like it or not, this is what's happening right now. So
this is happening today.
We equip ourselves with tools to go in and have the knowledge we need to have to understand what's moving and how it's moving.
Exactly.
All right. So that when we want to go out here, we have some play. Right. So so what you're saying, Mike, to me, it sounds like I said history repeats itself. Every 20 years or so.
Yes.
There's a cycle. There's a shift.
That's right.
On whatnot that happens. Right.
That's right.
So I say we just about do.
I would say this is my prediction. Call it a Finance Bros Network prediction. 2030, you're gonna be yo, Finance Bros, what's up with this? Can you hit us up again about this currency? Because now I walk into a place, they say I gotta have currency in order to buy something. Tesla, you could buy with Bitcoin.
Wow.
Or a different type of currency.
Wow.
There's a country, you know what? I didn't look it up, but I will get back to you guys. There's a country where the president of the country said the primary currency of this country is going to be Bitcoin. So anybody come here, they got to convert their money to Bitcoin in order to buy stuff. Wow. And the country is not even modernized. They got huts and everything. But you know what? They gave everybody processing little pads with charge up battery, charge it up. This is how you're going to do your transactions. And this is how you're going to get paid. Real talk.
Bitcoin ATM on the side of the road right there.
Bitcoin
inside
ATM.
The supermarket.
It's all over.
Wow.
So guys, you think, or ladies and gentlemen, you think this is not real? It's real. And they don't really want you to know it. They only want you to know when they're ready to know it. As a matter of fact, the government already set it up. It's called FedNow. Go look it up, fednow.gov. That is their platform that they're preparing. So when they hit the switch and say, just like they did with a credit card, you can't pay with cash. They're going to hit the switch. Now you could only pay with digital currency. They say, we got a platform for it. Because now they can regulate it and make the money off of it. They can collect taxes on it. You see how that works? Because at first, they said it was illegal. They didn't accept it. But now, all of a sudden, it's I don't want to say it's out of control, but it is not in their control. They want to bring it back where they can control it. Because there's not stopping it. It's decentralized. So there's no stopping it. So
look, man, see, this is without me. I have so many things I want to ask you, but I know you have so many nuggets to drop. I want to make sure you get through all the material. But man, brother, we might have to do an interview segment of this topic right here, because I got questions like everything you're saying. I got a question about, but I don't want to drive you off the course.
Right.
So and I think our wealthians out here are going to have some questions too, man. So
DM us
for real. Yeah. Send your questions, because I'll make sure that I get them logged so that when we do this interview segment, that I ask Mike these questions and we go into a little bit deeper on this for you.
Right.
Because I mean, you see this man's passion right here, and Mike, I see when we talk about this, you always come alive, brother.
Right. Hey.
Your passion comes out, and I respect that.
Because I know we're not getting this information. I know no one is sitting down, is willing to say, hey, A, B, and C, because it's like, you don't understand this, you're not ready for it. That's not fair to you.
Mm-hmm.
Where you could benefit from it. If somebody set you down.
They're definitely not giving the tools we can understand.
Right. Imagine in school in 2009, they taught us about Bitcoin. How much billionaires do you think would be out there today? If it was in school, they taught us this.
Everybody give me $1 right now. Just like,
have multi-millionaires all over the place.
Right,
so let me get this out. So I understand as a UPI situation, you're like, Mike, so for me, what does this mean for me as to become a wealthy in all this? The writing is on the wall. Digital currency is coming, ladies and gentlemen. But first of all, you have to learn it. Then see if it's an opportunity for you. This is why we're talking about this today. And remember, we're keeping our heads down in the Trump era, so we have to look for opportunities. This is an opportunity, especially in the Trump era. Because guess what? Trump is backing it up. Go look up how Trump is investing in cryptocurrency. I want to go off the deep end, but let me tell you, it almost feels illegal what he's doing with cryptocurrency. Real talk. But he's getting it. He's getting money. He's getting money from it.
He gonna stake his claim, make sure.
That's the truth. So we have to look at this opportunity. So for some of you, this might be an opportunity to help you become a wealthier. So where you're going. So what we're trying to do is give you a jump start. FBN is trying to give you a jump start. But, we know you have to do your due diligence, right?
Exactly. And everybody's going to make their own moves. We know that. If you're going to go in, have knowledge. Have some foundation, all right? So use, again, like we said, provide fundamentals.
Right.
Encourage curiosity.
See?
Motivates you to go out and do your own due diligence. All right. Remember that. Don't forget that. That's very foundational, very important.
We want you to go out there and learn this and figure it out.
Go
here
find your own belief.
Telling you, watch all the YouTube videos you can watch on it, read all the articles you can read on it, go find books, look up books, go read from Amazon, audio books, whatever you could find. To your point, Anton, you don't have the money, but maybe you could take 10% of your time to educate yourself on this so you could benefit. So when you do have that little money, like I said, we're underprivileged, 10%. For some people, that might be 20, 30, 40 bucks. That's it. That's all they have. But imagine you educate yourself. Remember, Bitcoin was a penny.
Yeah.
And then you take that 10, 20 bucks. Imagine I said, today, Bitcoin is a penny. What are you going to do? You're going to run and put that $20 in there.
Yeah. And people put the price on time all the time, but guess what? How much is finding your own belief worth?
Right.
How much is finding your own belief worth?
So
it's priceless, bro.
So what I'm going to do is jumpstart you guys. We're going to keep it simple. I wanted to show you the passion and understanding and give you the rundown, some legitimate facts about digital currency so you understand where I'm coming from. So now you got the foundation. So I'm going to give you a little bit on how you can either maximize this opportunity, leverage, or go out there and learn more about it. So here's a couple of things that you need to know. So just like any other thing, if it has some longevity, okay, it's been around for 5, 6 years, 10 years, maybe there's some validity to it, and a lot of people are benefiting from it. So I'm going to give you the 5 top coins that you would look into if you decide to take your dream money and put it in there, your 10% and put it in there. Bitcoin, obviously, number one. which is, and I'm going to put it, you'll see me put up the logos or the symbols right up here. So I'm gonna make sure, so that way, okay, this is the logo or symbol I need to look for that particular currency if I want to purchase it. So Bitcoin, there you go, popped up right here. This is what it's going to look like. Usually with these coins, they have logos. All of them have logos. They did that on purpose, so that that's what you want to buy. So you got Bitcoin, you got Ethereum, you got USDT, which is Tether, which is a United States, a company who says this is the United States Bitcoin. This is not Bitcoin. This is the United States coin, but it's just another entity that created it. So they say, oh, United States has a coin, let me buy it. And then guess what? People were buying it. Binance coin, which is another company that offers a coin, and they do something else. They have a platform and everybody wants to go on there because they're proven that they're here to make sure the integrity of coins work. So it's BNB, that's the initial. So there it is up here. And then you have XRP, ladies and gentlemen. And just a quick synopsis on XRP. XRP right now is at maybe $2.30, $2.50. I'm going to just give you this golden nugget. XRP is slated, or Ripple, the company, and Ripple, the company, has a bunch of different type of coins under it, like XLM, XLC. So it has a bunch of different coins on it. I'm gonna try to go slow with you guys with this, and so you could really understand. This is what made me so passionate. They are setting up so that the SWIFT system, remember we spoke about how when you transfer money from one place of the world to another place, and then it'll take 2-3 hours, sometimes 3 days for verification of the money to happen. Well, they decided, we're going to create XRP. We're going to Ripple, the company, is going to make it with digital currency. Now, when you go, let's say you go to Western Union and you say, hey, I want to pay this with XRP. They convert your fiat, your money, to XRP. And this is the value. Let's say it's $100. And you want to send it to Bahamas. And you want to send it to this person in Bahamas. So now this person in Bahamas knows that you sent it to them. They say, hey, I'm here to collect this XRP. Or they could be on their computer. I'm here to download this. It says, yeah, it pops up. This person sent you $100 and it gets downloaded in seconds. Do you think that's going to be a good investment to put your money into?
Truly the fastest way to send money.
And it's slated to happen around November 22nd or November something. It's going to start. Wow. Doesn't mean it's going to grow, but it's going to start. Do you think that might make a little bit of money?
Y'all do your homework, man.
Do your homework. I'm just saying. I'm not telling you to buy this. I'm just telling you, do you think that might make you some money? Do you think if you invest a little bit of money into this particular currency that it's going to blow up? Just think about it. So moving forward. So now you know the currencies. You got the 5 currencies. Hopefully you write it down, pause, rewind, write it down. And these are suggestions. I'm not telling you to buy nothing. Again, what we say, do your due diligence.
Do your due diligence.
We're not here to tell you what to do. We're just giving you the information.
Mike, we're here to provide fundamentals.
Yep.
Encourage curiosity. So get curious and motivate you to do your own due diligence so you can find the best fit for you.
Exactly.
We done told them about 10, 20 times, Mike. Okay.
And I'm going to keep telling them.
Don't come for us, man.
Right. So there are several platforms where you could trade your fiat for currency. So you're like, Mike, what are you talking about? Just like if you were to go in the bank, you put in your credit card number, you put in your debit card, or you put in your account number, you say, I want this for this. The biggest one is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the biggest one. And then you got Binance, which is another one. Then you got Kraken, and then you got Gemini. So these are platforms, if you go, and I'm putting them up here so you can see what the websites look like. So if you choose to go, again, read which one is the best. But everybody's using Coinbase because it's simple, it's easy, it's easy to understand. Some of these other platforms, they go into other type of type of digital currency.
This is converting, right?
Right,
converting
right. They'll convert. You take your account number, you put in there, you transfer the money into their platform, and you say which coin you want to buy, like the coins I mentioned, the Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, USDT, all those different coins you can probably buy on Bitcoin for sure. I know for sure, and all the other platforms. You can buy it by connecting your account to those platforms, and then you just switch, and then you just say, I want to buy this. It says, okay, they're going to verify you have the fiat money in your account. They say, okay, we're going to take this money out, just like a credit card transaction. We take the money. Okay, now on the platform, whenever you pulled it up, because you got to log in, it's like creating a bank account online. Whenever you pull it up, you'll see that digital currency. And for whatever value it's at. So imagine, let's say you buy XRP at $2.50, and let's say after this whole thing for them to do the Swift, it goes up to $5. How much did you make? If you bought 100, you got 200 now at $5 each. So you were in 250, but now it doubled. Now what do you have?
Follow the money.
You have 500. Isn't that a good investment?
Double it up that quick.
Double it up.
Yeah, that's nice.
So just think about that. Think about this is the process. Again, I put those logos up there so you guys can see what they look like, so you know exactly where you're going. I want to make sure that you know
what to look for.
Yeah, what to look for. So that way, again, you got to verify for yourself and so on and so forth. So... And here are some of the other things that you can consider when you decided to go into digital currency. Again, this is that was the basic I just gave you. Remember now, there are trillions of dollars in digital currency. Trillions of dollars in digital currency. And it kind of works like the stock market. You put into it, it goes up, and you can take it out, and you made money. That's how it works. That's how simple I could keep it. But it's the risk, and people are afraid of the risk. And then there's other things you could think about that you can make money with. Blockchain, you can make money with. Stacking, you're like, what is stack? Go look it up. I ain't got time to tell you guys what stacking is. NFT.
Do your homework.
Do your homework. NFT, another thing. At one point, it was crazy with NFTs. Like people were crazy with NFTs. Again, go look it up. Meme coins. Meme coins is something that everybody every day could do, create something, and then if it has legitimacy, people will buy it. And the last thing I know for sure is mining. Now, if you look up mining cryptocurrency, it's going to blow your mind. And a matter of fact, they have hardware now that you could just buy, plug it to your computer, let it go, and you can make money doing that. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Oh my God, there's so many opportunities. But again, do your due diligence. All right.
There's some fire right here, man. Bro, I'd say it's gonna be the blueprint right here.
Right. So Anton,
hey, look, man. I hope your pencil's out. Luckily, we're recording this.
Right.
Video and audio.
Right.
So if they driving in their car or sitting down at the house or whatever, got some free time, they could be sitting here taking notes if they miss anything and keep rewinding, because this is some fire right here, brother.
Listen,
and look, I told you I was gonna be a supporting cast. I drop in with a nugget here and there, but I love the fact that we got together and this stuff that's been on your heart, these private, because we first did this in the first place, Mike.
Right.
We're saying these private conversations that we have, where we was like, man, what if there was a fly on the wall? Would love to have been a fly on the wall.
Right.
These are now, we have these in front of the world, man.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Because bro, thank you for bringing it like you brought it, and I know you got a lot more to give.
Right.
I know you got a lot more to give.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we'd be on the phone. I'd be like, Brad, I was like, man, save something for the show, man. And you didn't disappoint. He's like, Anton, don't worry, I got it.
I got it. And I hope we didn't run a little too long, but I hope the information was good enough.
Brother.
That you okay with that extra time that you're listening to this.
We hope, we definitely hope for that.
Right,
I mean, for me, I'm sitting here and I'm glued to it. So I know for somebody who doesn't, and I know a little bit,
right.
But for somebody who's doesn't know anything or really is encouraged because they want to know, I would imagine, again, this should be a nice blueprint, right? And definitely want to spawn off of this to do some more. We got to do that Q&A, man.
We'll do the Q&A.
So we're going to give it to y'all. Just make sure y'all are coming with some questions. DM us, whether you all know how to get a hold of us by now, but DM us. Make sure you give me some questions so I can throw them over here to Mike and we can get those answered for you. And you could be that fly on the wall, right?
There you go.
But man, I think we go into the breakdown? You ready? You want to give a little bit more?
You know, there was one thing that you had mentioned to me about the purpose over profit.
Oh man, hold up.
I think you wrote it down. I wanted you to let them know about that.
I don't want to forget this, okay? Because I want to make sure I give it to them. Okay, so look, we're going into this segment, right? We definitely wanted people to understand because we're giving you a lot. Mike's giving you a lot of information, okay? All right, so want our wealthians to think of this, okay? This is our first T-shirt, by the way.
Yeah, there you go.
When I first saw it, it's like, did we put that on a T-shirt? Remember, we averaging 3 T-shirts an episode, so probably we had a couple already. I think.
Yeah.
That I didn't say nothing about because I didn't want to stop Mike's flow. But this definitely gonna be the first one right here. Okay, so we want our wealthians to think of this purpose over profit. Okay, if your goal is just quick money, we'll burn out, we'll lose. Okay. It's got to be the long. In some instances, have your short game, your mid game, and your long game. All right, but think of this: some things have to be the long play. All right, if your goal includes community, generational legacy, or serving others, all right, crypto becomes a tool, not just speculation.
There you go.
So remember that, y'all. Purpose over profit, and I love that.
There you go. There you go.
That's strong, man. And I'll wear that today.
And I'm glad you said that, Anton.
I'm putting that on my FBN jacket, bro.
There you go.
I'm putting it on my FBN jacket.
There you go. Purpose over profit. Look, he just got up and walked. He's going to do it. He's going to do it right now. Make sure there's purpose over profit. So, and guys, that reminds me of something, of our last episode where we talk about survival, growth, and dreams. So, what we want to focus on is the opportunity and the dream. Just remember, purpose over profit.
One more time, Mike. Start over that one more time.
So that reminds me of our last episode when we spoke about survival, growth, and dreams. Right. So just remember the dream part. All right. It's an opportunity. We don't want what you have for your income for survival to do this. Please don't. You don't want for your growth for you to get out of whatever situation you're in, or you're trying to save some money to utilize this for this. But the dream part, that 10%, instead of going to the movies, maybe, because I had mentioned I used to save up my 10% to go to the movie, but going to the movies and say, all right, let me try this. And then it's only 10%, but you're trying something, and who knows? It might be something that you can leverage. It can help you out of your UPI situation into a privileged status in your journey on becoming a wealthy, and that's what we're talking about.
I love it, brother.
All right,
that's the goods right there, man. Man, classic episode. We're gonna put this one in the vault.
There you go.
All right, we're gonna give it to y'all, of course. We're gonna put it in the vault for real. So here go the breakdown. All right. So Mike, you want to give them the literal and the mental? I'll give them the spiritual. Okay,
of course.
As we always do.
So here we go. The literal. Start very small. Remember what we just spoke about. Start very small. Diversify among top coins. So the top coins has been around for a while. Start putting your little coins into there, your little money into there, and see what it does. See if it's something that you would want to do or maybe leverage, and after you've taught yourself, you've gotten all the education, and then you can move forward and then do big things with it. The mental.
There you go.
So you're starting, this is actual money. That's literal. You're putting it in there. So that's literal. Now the mental. Financial literacy. There we go. We just said that. Continue learning. Just said that. So mentally, always learn. Don't just put your money in there. Mentally, you got to know what you're doing.
Know what you're a part of.
Right. Don't just do it to do it. To do it. know what you're doing. Learn about it before you put your money in there. Make sure that you understand why you're putting your money in whatever you decided to do. In the spiritual, Anton?
Brother. Hey, the spiritual, faith in growth and alignment with values. Trust that your efforts are not in vain.
There you go.
Anytime we're putting time into something, it starts to become, if we're putting enough time in something and we start to develop a belief for it, it becomes our belief system.
Right.
In anything, relationships or a business, you put enough time into it and we develop a love for it, it becomes this faith, even if there's results that we want that we can't see yet.
Right.
All right. We gotta know that we're going towards something. We're working towards a goal or a dream that we're trying to accomplish. And for whatever strategy that might be, brother, if that's crypto for you, know that we're going towards something. So the belief will build. That half hour we get up early in the morning every day, it will add up to something at some point.
That's true.
And so we'll sleep in a half hour later.
Right.
So everything adds up to something. Know that. Everything, whether good or bad.
There you go.
All right.
So we got a t-shirt for this episode.
Got a t-shirt. Yeah,
we got a t-shirt in this episode.
I'll let you give it to us.
So the t-shirt for this episode, oh my goodness, it says, "Don't let Bitcoin make you a broke coin." All right?
Blockchain, broke chain. That might be a good one too.
But the t-shirt that you're gonna wear to ensure that you're not messing up, and people will definitely say, "What the hell?" Yes, don't let Bitcoin make you a broke coin. How about that?
I love that. And I'll go with mine. Don't let not knowing about the blockchain put you on the broke train.
There you go. That's the third t-shirt.
There goes 3.
All right.
Oh man, I love it. And
right.
Of course, we got best practices. Man, I want to say one time. I love how these add up and add up and add up.
There you go.
But we just said everything adds up to something,
right?
And at the end of our season, this always becomes a nice Daserata.
Right. And we spoke about this. These best practices, we want to put it on a vision board so that way every episode it kind of all connects,
it's
right?
The build up.
It's a build up. So remember, here's the best practices up to now. Whether it's Trump or anyone else in office, you are the president of your pocket.
Of your pocket. Man, say that one. I got to say that one more time, man.
You are the president of your pocket.
Yes.
The welfare policy is what matters most for your future, and don't forget it, wealthians. The way you move today is how you will slay tomorrow. And maybe with digital currency, because ready or not, here it comes. So you learn it and embrace it, because it is the future of our finance.
That's some sweet science right there, brother. That is some sweet finance science.
There you go. Gotta give it to them.
Hey, I'm not gonna add nothing.
Let's cap it with that.
Hey, we wrapping this up, you guys. Hey, come back. We hope y'all come back and watch this as a blueprint 100 times. Like we said, you make sure you DM us with questions so we can come back and do a part 2. Interview the big homie here. Make sure y'all get it straight from the source. We're gonna do our homework, so we definitely hope y'all do yours. Don't forget to check us out on all your social media podcast platforms. Remember, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, obviously right here on HHN TV. And y'all, remember, Mike,
I appreciate y'all.
Hey, you already know. We'll see you at the bank.
Peace, y'all.
Take care, world.
Later.